Nope. Good morning, everybody. It's 11:25 Sunday, and I don't know when we vlogged last. I think on the way home, maybe from the whale thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Look at this one sporting his Cape Cod t-shirt. Proudly.
Back to work, folks.
Bobby's struggling with some allergies. I always struggle with them, and so I take meds every day. But this is new for him. There was something in Cape Cod that did not agree with him.
Or
because
of the weather, the way it's been, and like we had all tons of snow and it's like that, everything melted, and now everything is blooming all at one time.
Yeah, right.
That just could have hit me like a ton of bricks. I gotta tell you.
So.
A lot slows me down, but.
Yeah, this is taking a toll on him.
And the hardest part is sleeping at night, because I don't know if all the fluid is draining into my lungs, and it's like I got a 500-pound weight sitting on my chest, and it just hurts.
It worried me because I was like, he's like, my chest is tight. I was like, explain that tightness for me, please. Because, that's a sign of, like, heart attack or whatever, I think. So, but we've talked to my mother, and we don't think that's what it is. So don't stress about that, anybody. So he's taking it easy a little bit, but the boat came home yesterday, so things have to get handled. Right.
Well, I can't stop for nothing.
So anyway, we have done church, and then we had a meeting after church. Bob and I are starting a social club. We started out originally calling it a couples club, but we didn't want to exclude like singles or like single moms, single dads, maybe people that are widows, widowers. So we had a good group. We have more that weren't able to make the meeting, so we're excited about that. Yes, we're going to do things kind of quarterly, we think, and then stuff in between, maybe.
Did an excellent job with his Bible.
Yep, my dad did a devotion. It was the perfect start to things. So we had that. Then we came home. Well, first of all, we got home yesterday, and
the 4 F's:
faith, fellowship, fun, and food.
Yes.
And then Jana Lee, who's she is. I don't know how old she is. She's in her 80s. And she is hysterical. She's so funny. She and I have just a funny relationship too. But she was like, if I change the W in wine to F, then we'll have 5 Fs. I said you could just call it fine wine, generally. So anyway, we had a really good time. So yesterday we got home and Jamie picked us up from the airport, brought us back, and our friends Wilson and Mulpey, as I told you, they are moved. They're kind of almost done moving to Shawano. So they were here. They stayed with us last night because our house isn't quite ready to stay at yet. They have their shower being retiled and that sort of thing. So they stayed with us. So we visited with them. We pretty much came back and hit the ground running. The landscaper was here yesterday. We went over some things with him, and he's going to start this week ripping out all this business and starting kind of fresh. Just hasn't been touched in forever. So I may wander around a little bit later and kind of give you guys a before and show you so that I can show you the after because I know a lot of you guys really like that. So
it's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. It's just not our style.
Well, no, and because I knew we were ripping things out, I didn't really touch any of it up last fall.
Purposefully. And Kyle said not to. Our landscaper, he had said, just kind of let it go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what comes back and what doesn't come back. And Kyle did some of it himself too in the fall.
I'm getting the shed.
Huh?
I'm getting the shed.
Yes, he's pretty excited about his shed. Mm-hmm. So in the back corner over here, we're taking out a tree and putting up a shed, and there's a whole thing. Well, so I'll walk you around and show you guys.
From a 3.5 stall to a 2.5 stall garage. That's tight now.
Right. Anyway, so probably the vlog for today will just be one vlog, and I'm gonna hopefully edit tonight our vacation vlog and get that up a little bit later today, and then I'll get this one up because I feel like we're gonna have lots to talk about today. So anyway, we ordered in dinner last night with Wilson and Mulpey and chatted with them, and then went to church this morning. Bob went to work for a few hours this morning because he couldn't sleep because of his chest tightness. So he went to work and got his stuff handled at work that he was going to do this afternoon. Right.
Yep.
It's very busy with his phone. Anyway, so I'm going to go do the grocery shopping. He's going to go to the gym, something with a boat. I really don't know. And we're going to reconvene a little bit later. I'm going to make a new recipe that I had cut out and stuck in my book called raspberry cream pie. Yeah, raspberry cream pie. We thought that we thought that sounded good. So I'm going to try that. And I'm going to make it's going to be all about the pies today, apparently. We're making a recipe called taco pie to use up the last thing of crescent rolls that I had in the fridge. I think I told you guys that at Christmas time we had not as many people come because of weather and illness and stuff. So we had leftover crescent rolls that we're still working through from Kevin's appetizers. So we're going to use one of those. I'm going to try something called taco pie that my sister gave me the recipe for eons ago. I'll share that with you guys later. So right now, I'm going to get going, and I'll see you when I get back. All right, so I'm home from grocery shopping, put everything away, started my laundry, which I meant to do before, and I was just about to start chopping my vegetables, and I realized, and I'm just going to show you guys out here, that sound you hear is something, I don't know, something's doing with the boat. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys around a little bit. This, I think his plan is to still keep this as nothing. I had a planter here, you know, like a big whiskey barrel with flowers, so I'll do that. Then at Christmas time we put out a little thing, and then the rest of the time it's snow. So this, I think, pretty much everything's coming out. He's going to save as many perennials as he can and reuse them, so we won't actually have to buy any perennials. We're just going to have to buy some bushes. But anyway, this is the front of the house. These are all staying, and this is going to be rock here. And he's going to change a little bit of this. This edging's all coming out, and those like cement bullets are going in, like we had at our other house. That's staying and that's staying. And this is coming out, and a burning bush is going there. This thing's coming out. This, taking the stump out, grinding it out, and then it's just going to be grass for now. We may put a tree in there down the line, but if we do that, we won't do anything around it. It'll just be a tree. And I'm chuckling at Bob saying, make sure everybody understands that I didn't cut stuff back because he told me not to. He's so cute. So as you can see, right now this is like 3 levels. Ding, ding, ding. We're going to change that to be 2. There's just going to be 2 levels. And even things out and make it more of a ease down instead of these steps. And then we'll do mulch in here to kind of break up so it's not like rock and rock and rock and a whole bunch of rock. This is coming out. All of this stuff is coming out. He'll reuse the perennials, a couple of bushes, you know. And then I think here starts rock. Same thing over here. Redo all these retaining walls because they're just kind of, I don't think they've been touched. I don't think they were taken care of at all in the last maybe 5-7 years. So all of this is coming out. And then he's going to rebuild those retaining walls and bullet edgers around everything. I think bullet edgers are going around here too. And then same thing back here. This is coming out. New stuff. Reusing what we can. This thing is one of those crawling up things with the purple flowers. It's a something, I can't remember. Clematis? Anyway, that he's going to try to move behind here, so that and then we have a taller one of those things that we're going to use. It's on the other side of the house. I'll show you. By the way, I'm wearing the bracelets that the girls gave me. I wore them to church because I wasn't sure if they were going to be there or not. So, anyway, so that's going to get moved over there, and I'll show you back here first. So, as you guys can see, it was just like a wild. We do have one thing blooming, by the way. It's just a wild mess of stuff, and it has like crawling grass and that sort of thing, and that is not, I'll talk to you here for a second, that is not my preference. Some people like that. I do not. I like things to be neat and cleaned and tidy, not really low maintenance. We don't have time for high maintenance anything. So anyway, so this is coming out, the rock is coming out. We're going to have bullet edger things all around this here. And it's going to be just 6 feet wide. Right now, let me see if I can show you guys. It kind of swoops in and out with these rocks. There, you can kind of see there. And it's just going to be more of a straight line. And this is the most exciting part right here. lilac bushes. I'm so excited. For those of you that have been around a while, you know how much I love my lilac bushes. These trees are staying. Those are delightful. Ripping out everything, reusing the perennials. Most of the shrubs that we have around the house just have never been replaced. So they're woody and need to be replaced. So all of this will pull out all that tall stuff. And then we're also going to put some cedar arborvitae things back here for some green. This will get ground out. And then these two big things here are getting pulled out. A retaining wall is going to be built there, gravel down, and that's where Bob's shed is going to be. Our shed, but really Bob's shed. Over here, he's just going to power wash, put down the silica sand, and just kind of get this back. This has shifted a little bit. Over here, you can kind of see some of the pieces. And so he's going to fix that up. And what's funny is that this is the same guy that did our landscaping at the other house. He remembers putting in this patio back when he was working for somebody else. He put this patio in for the people that lived here. So that's kind of cool. This thing's going to get buried. This here, before they started, when they listed the house, we could see by the pictures, they used to have a pond here. Well, we think they took out the pond to maybe make the house more sellable, because maybe families with young kids were concerned about the pond. I'm not really sure. But at any rate, they took it out. And there's just nothing here. If you guys remember last year, I put a whiskey barrel there with some flowers, but at any rate, this is all coming out. Grass seed in between, grass in between here. He's going to take this at the bullets around here and match them up somewhere down here, bring it in there with a rock. And then we're going to have a sort of a planter area around that tree with like daylilies and other perennials in it. And then this is all going away. And he'll reuse the rock like over here for the retaining wall, that sort of thing. So this is all coming out here. Nothing too exciting here. All of that, you can see just how woody these are. They're all coming out, all of them. This is going away. This, I don't even know what this thing is, but it wasn't pretty. We didn't love it. And if you can see, this is taller than that other one. It has a really pretty kind of glass thing in the center. So this is what we're going to use for the purple plant that starts with a C. Or is it a K? It's a something. And then this is coming out. So that, and when I'm saying stuff's coming out, the new stuff is going in. So we'll see. He is going to start, because our weather has been ridiculous, he's about a month behind in all of his jobs. We were first on his list from last year. So which is good, but like I said, he's about a month behind because weather has been ridiculous. So he is going to come in this week. He has another job that he needs to do that was before us, but they need topsoil, and the topsoil is too wet right now, and so I don't know. So he's going to come this week, I think, and start like demo, like pulling out stuff, taking apart the retaining walls. I gotta call diggers to go grab my laptop before I forget. So later today, Bob has to go around and mark where all the sprinkler heads are so that he knows about those, and then he'll start putting the new stuff in. So we don't really exactly have a time frame. And Bob has to go pick out the shed too. I think he's got the one picked. I think he's got picked out already. He's got to show me. But we're doing a 10 by 12 shed back there. And like he said, it's because we used to have a 3-stall garage, or like a 3.5, and now we have a 2.5. So he just wants to like make things a little bit better. Like that cart thing you saw, I think you probably saw it when I was going around the side of the house. That will go in there. The John Deere will go in there in the winter. The snowblower will go there in the summer, you know what I'm saying? So, that's the washer. I thought his boat was making funny noises. So that's what's going on. I thought, like I said, I wanted to show you guys that. And then I'll show you progress as I can. I've traveled this week, so I'm gone Tuesday through Thursday. So maybe when I get back, there'll be something for me to show you. Maybe not. It may just be all removed, and then I won't show you again until there's something to show you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all right. So what I'm going to do now is cut vegetables, cut the tomatoes for the taco pie for tonight, and make a couple of overnight oats for myself, just normal Sunday stuff, and work on the raspberry pie. So I'll pick the camera back up when I start working on the raspberry pie. Okay, so I'm starting to work on the raspberry cream pie. Yes, that is what it's called. Let me show you this so that you can stop and screenshot if you want. Let me get up as close as I can. There you go. So, currently I have here, I should have just kept it down there. These are the graham cracker, lies, vanilla wafers that I've crushed up. And it says 1.5 cups, so I'm going to see, I counted out 45 because that's what it suggested. So I'm going to see if that is exactly that. And then it wants 1/3 cup of pecans. And so I'm going to measure these out, and then I'll stick pecans in here and just bat them around a little bit with this too. Okay, so I probably should have put these in my little food processor thing to get them smaller, but it's fine. I just mashed them with this. And then it said to grease the bottom of the pan, so I just used, actually I'll show you, I just took the end of the other, because it uses 1/2 cup of melted butter, or 1/2 stick of melted butter, 1/4 cup, and I just kind of rubbed this around the bottom, because I thought it's not baking, and if it's just supposed to make it a little, like greasy or whatever, I would rather ingest butter than Pam. I guess we ingest Pam anyway, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just felt better about using butter on it. So the next step is the inside part, but I just thought I would show you this and tell you that I used butter because it seemed like Pam was a bad idea. I don't know. Okay, so I'll show you the next step. I'm not sure why I turned it up. Oh. This cupboard gives me issues. The one above the stove. A lot of people ask what we keep in that one. Alcohol, that's what. Okay, so it calls for, oh, by the way, this is I took the cream cheese and I mixed it with the powdered sugar first, and I'm going to add the 2 liquids. So oh no, there's 3 liquids. Also, whipping cream. Doesn't say to whip it first. Oh, does it? Oh, it does. Whew. It's a good thing I read that. That would have gone, that would have been trouble. All right, so it calls for 2 tablespoons of orange liqueur, however you say that, and we just happen to have this. There was some drink that Bob used to make that had this. So anyway, I'm going to use that, and then a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so I forgot to show you. I whipped up the stuff, and I folded it in, and now I'm just spreading it in here. I have tasted it, and I would say, if you don't like the taste of liquor, I wouldn't make this, because I can taste that, even though it's an orange liqueur, I can kind of taste that. And I would guess, I don't know, I shouldn't say these things without asking Laura first. Not that this isn't her recipe, it's just some random recipe. But I'm just guessing that if you use just a little orange juice maybe to squeeze I don't think you need a couple tablespoons though, because that'd be a really strong orange flavor. But I'm guessing you could probably use some orange juice. I'll have to ask her. But anyway, so if you don't like liquor or don't want to put it in there, I think you could do that instead. But anyway, so I'm just going to smooth this in here, and then you just chill, and then I'm going to work on this. All right. I forgot to show you kind of the consistency. I'm not really sure how I can show you this, but it's not cool yet, but it's pretty thick. And I will say this. I tasted it, and I think next time I would mix the sugar and the raspberries, let that cook down a little bit, and then all I would say is I can taste the cornstarch in the mix, or like when I taste it, I can taste the cornstarch, and maybe it'll go away as it cools. I'm not so sure about that, but we'll see. So anyway, I gotta say, just made the bed and folded the towels and got them put away, waiting for the next load to get done in the washer to switch over to the dryer. And I'm going to edit a video that I filmed before I left that I was going to edit on vacation, but I didn't. And work on an email to the new social group for church. And yeah, I'm exhausted. 3 o'clock. It's relatively pathetic. So anyway, I'm gonna get going here. I totally intended to call and catch up with a friend this afternoon, and that just didn't happen. It's just been one of those days. Okay, moving on to the taco pie. We didn't really have any meals today, so we're gonna eat dinner about 4:30, give or take. It's about 4 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna brown the hamburger, and I'll show you the recipe. So this is my attempt at making crescent rolls into a circle. It's as good as it's gonna get. And here is my sister's recipe. I'll flip it over in a second so you can see the other side. There is the other side. So, I have that ready to go. I have the oven preheating. I'm going to brown the hamburger and do all that stuff. And then I'll show you as I go. I browned the beef and then added the 2 cans of tomato sauce. And then I use Penzeys taco seasoning. That's our favorite. So I just use 4 tablespoons of that. And now that just simmers for about 5 minutes. And the crust or base or whatever has about 7 minutes. So now I'm going to shred. This is a half a pound of cheddar cheese. Again, the recipe calls for Velveeta, but I just want real cheese versus Velveeta. It's just my preference, our preference. So I'm looking at Bob's laptop that has like the screensaver pictures that are all him like taking selfies of himself. Cracks me up. Anyway, so that's what's happening. I'm gonna, when it comes out, then you put the meat on and the cheese on, and just put it in there till the cheese gets all like golden or like melty and whatnot, and then you cut it up and eat it. So that's that. We'll report in with what we think. So, Bobby's working on his here. So I gave him a quarter of it.
Yeah,
you just
quarter of it.
Because you're hungry, huh?
Yes, I am hungry.
So this is what it looks like coming out. I'm going to cut the rest of it into, like I would have cut eighths, but I knew he was going to eat a quarter. And then you just
I might have to come back for some more.
Probably, you think so?
Maybe whatever you don't eat out of your fourth.
I'm not eating a fourth. I'm eating an eighth.
Right, because you're going to cut it in half, and then I'll eat the other half of your half.
Oh, I see. Got it. I'm with you.
See how that works?
Yeah, I see. It works out well for you.
Yeah, it works out really well for me.
So then I just have some sour cream and I cut up some tomatoes, some shredded lettuce, and some olives. So there you go.
All right.
We'll report back. Before you go have your stogie.
Yes.
Thoughts on the taco pie?
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really, really yummy. Oh, there's cheese over here that has to go in the fridge. Yeah, we were big fans of that. And there's plenty of leftovers. So I'm going to put this pie together. And then I'll show you guys when I cut it. But the recipe just said to take the stuff. Let me just see. Hold on. Alright, so it just says to spoon. See, it's how thick it is. It's almost like jam. It's kind of what it ended up looking like. And let me just, well, I'll tell you guys when we try it, if it tastes still like cornstarch. Because, like I said, when I tasted it, it kind of felt like that. But this is really sweet, and the cream cheesy part wasn't super sweet. So I think they'll kind of, balance each other out. But anyway, so I'm going to put this on here, and then we'll try it later. And I decided I would show you guys that's what it looks like. So that's how much sauce there is to how much the rest of it is. And we're going to give it a shot here and see what we think. All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is Monday afternoon, and I just inhaled some soup. And then I have to head off to a chiropractor appointment and then choir. But I wanted to show you guys something that the landscaper found. I'm going to apologize in advance for the wind. If it's too bad, I'll cut it out. But hopefully you guys can see. If I zoom in, I don't want to be obnoxious to this poor... Can you see the duck? Do you see the duck? And apparently she's sitting on like 6 eggs. I hope you guys can see that. I'll wander over here a little bit. Again, I apologize for the sound. She was unhappy, I can tell you that, according to the landscaper, when he was in her space. So this is getting pulled out too, but he didn't want to disrupt her, so we're just going to leave it for now. So, as you can see, a lot has happened here today. Pulled out all of this. Pulled out all of that. Some of the extras over there. Some siding we have to replace. So, that's what's happened today. And he did just a little bit of work over here. Started saving. Those are some of the perennials we're saving. The green that you see there, that's some of the perennials we're saving. So anyway, just thought I would show you. Go outside where it's not windy. But I just wanted to show you. Mostly I wanted to show you the duck, and like some of the progress. So anyway, I never did. Oh, I was gonna ask Bob to tell you guys. I never did in the vlog yesterday after the raspberry, what is it called, raspberry cream pie. He's eating, so I'm not going to be obnoxious to put the camera on him. But what did you say about the raspberry cream pie?
I don't quite remember.
He said, "That's a keeper."
Yep. Good.
Yeah, we were big fans of it. Very good. My boss was in town today for my review. There's something on the wall here. I don't know what. And she stopped over for something else, and I gave her a piece to take with her. I was like, here you go. Share the wealth. I did have an appointment today for my foot. They did an x-ray, so we're waiting to hear back about that. And she told me I had to start wearing shoes with more support. Apparently these sort of shoes, unacceptable. I said, but they're cute. She's like, mm-hmm. So, anyway, that is what's going on. I just wanted to have an end to this vlog, and I know that I was going to just do the one-day vlog, but I never really ended it and let you guys know about the pie. So, it's all very good. I think that's all I have to say. So, next time, I'll show you what's going on with the landscaping. I'm not sure how fast this is going to move. He's kind of moving between a couple of different jobs because of weather and wet topsoil and that sort of thing. So, anyway, I will see you when I see you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.